Good morning and welcome back. Today is it's April the 10th. It's 10 past 11 in the morning and it's 9 degrees Celsius. And I've just did another 10 days off. I haven't done anything since March the 30th. I'll explain what that's all about once we get the trailer and get on our way. Let's get it done. So I've got Ross just in front of me. We're both going delivering at the exact same place. Got the same stuff on. He's got a lot more on than me though. I've got a nice light load actually. 1,500 pound on this trailer. A ton and a half. Well, it's not even a metric ton and a half. It's basically 3/4 of a ton. Yeah, so nice light load for delivery at 5 o'clock Friday morning. So where do you start? There was no trucking video last week. That was a flop. I had quite a bit of footage and the computer crashed. So I released a very short video just explaining what had happened. But the computer crashed and I lost all the footage that had already was in the middle of transferring. Don't know what went on, don't know why it done that. Seems to be working okay again now. One of them things, so there we go. But in that video, I had last week's trip, or the week before, sorry, I went to Oklahoma City up to Ontario, delivered in Mississauga, took an empty to London, Ontario, switched for a loaded one, and back home. So not a bad trip, but as I say, the engine light came on with a fault code that was sort of related to the diesel particulate filter, or the filter matter. Particulate matter was the sensor. So I got it booked in at Beaver for the Tuesday, because it was Easter weekend. But I got it booked in for the Tuesday. I got home on the Saturday, took it up to Beaver on the Monday, and they looked at it on the Tuesday. But while I was checking it in at Beaver, I mentioned a couple of things that I'd noticed that were going on. I had a bit of an oil weep by the timing cover. And in the morning on a cold start, it was also a bit rattly, a bit of a knock on a cold start. So I mentioned that to them. So while it was in, they had a look at all that, and in the end I had a new set of injectors and cups, new high pressure fuel lines, new rocker arms, a top end reset, timing cover and gasket. So while the transmission was out to do the timing cover, I got them to replace the clutch, stick a new clutch in it. So I was responsible for that part of the job, just for the parts, because the transmission was already out, and a small portion of the labour for fitting the clutch. But the rest of it was covered by warranty. in all, the parts, and only the parts, not the labour, the parts for warranty were over $24,000. So quite pleased that I got it all done, got it in there, because I'm out of warranty in about 6 months' time. So glad to have all that done. So the truck sounds and looks, the engine looks like a new one. Because of the oil leak and stuff, they've washed all the engine, cleaned it up, painted it, done a really good job. Looks fantastic. So I was ready to leave again Monday afternoon. Unfortunately, it's now Wednesday afternoon and I didn't get away till today. There just wasn't any work. Seems to be a bit slow again right now, and that's not a good thing. Talking to a few other drivers at different companies and they're all finding the same again right now. So we need to keep on going. That's me had over 3 weeks off in the last 4. We've still got bills to pay. Got a new clutch to pay for as well. So yeah. So I don't know what happened to all the footage that I had. I was really annoyed with that. That really cheesed me off. I went to a Volvo dealer over in Ontario and I actually had all that recorded, had some footage of that, and that was interesting because I ended up walking out of that place. I didn't record the conversation or anything, but I did record showing up there and then leaving again with an explanation as to why I left. But never mind, nothing we can do. We lost that footage, so it wasn't to be. Hopefully we're not going to lose this. So I think we're going to Clearwater tonight. It'll be Clearwater or Hasty, and that'll put us down close to our delivery by mid-afternoon, mid to late afternoon tomorrow. I have a 5 o'clock delivery and Ross is a 5:30. So we need to be on the doorstep somewhere, having a delivery at that time of the morning. Also hoping to find out what our reloads are because, well, tomorrow anyway. With an early morning delivery like that, we really need to know the day before. Time will tell. Getting good fuel mileage. More to do with the load than the work I've had done, but I'm getting 11.5 to the gallon right now. And as you can see, it's a beautiful day. 18 degrees now. Everywhere drying up after the thaw. Snow's all gone. And spring is well and truly here. Campsite opens in a couple of weeks as well. Can't wait. Be back later, guys. Good morning. Thursday morning now, and the truck's been running really well. No problems so far. Down in Wisconsin now. Actually, only about 3 hours away from my drop, and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to stop for a shower. I've still got Ross behind me. We're going to stop for a shower, not together of course, but get down to Decorah at the Loves, and then it's about 2 hours from there to the petrol, which is the closest truck stop. It's only 10 kilometres away from our delivery. We need to be down as close as we can. I've got a 5 o'clock in the morning appointment and Ross has a 5:30 appointment. So 2 early morning deliveries. Could do with finding out what a reload is as well today sometime, so we're not sitting around in the morning. So as I said, 10 o'clock in the morning, we've got 13 degrees. So the weather is definitely on the turn now. Campsite opens up in 2 weeks. We got an email yesterday reminding us that it's open, and he'll tell us nearer the time whether the actual road will be open and when the water will be turned on. He won't open the road until it's dried out completely, and he won't turn the water on until we've had the last of the frost. So it hasn't been below freezing back home for a couple of days now. Wow, probably 4 or 5 days. We did get some rain yesterday, which helps clean things up, but it doesn't help with the drying out of the road. It's once all the frost's gone up from, below the ground level. Once all that's gone, it starts to dry up really quick then, because it starts to drain properly. So looking forward to the campsite opening as well. Talked to our son Craig at the weekend, and him and his wife are actually planning to come over back to Manitoba in July, which will be fantastic. We were planning on going over there if we can, but he's been told he'll probably be fighting the wildfires in BC at that time. And then he's got 2 weeks leave from the 15th of July. So instead of us going over there, they're planning on coming here. Fantastic. So if they do come over, I'll take some time off while they're over here, spend a bit of time with them. But nothing else to tell you, I don't think. When we find out what our reloads are, then I can come back on and let you know. Speak to you then. So this morning didn't quite go according to plan. Set the alarm for 4 o'clock. Got up, done my usual stuff, made me a cup of tea, done my pre-trip, left there about 25 for a delivery appointment at 5 o'clock. On arrival, I finds out the place doesn't even open till 6. So who made the 5 o'clock appointment, we'll never find out. But what a waste of time this morning. I only had 2 pallets on as well that needed lifting off. So it was still almost 27 before I was leaving there this morning. So pretty much a waste of an hour and a half, which does affect my logbook for today. But not to worry, because I'm on my way to a place called Spring Green, Wisconsin, to pick a load up going up to, well, I'm just taking it to our yard in Mississauga. So we should be there probably about an hour and a half, which will only be 9:30 in the morning. So it's going to be a heavy load, this one. Doesn't look like they've got a scale there either, so we'll get it loaded. We'll have to find a truck stop with a scale, get it weighed off, and make our way up to Mississauga. Should be up there tomorrow afternoon. It's not too far from here. So Ross was still there delivering when I left. And he's gone up to Fond du Lac in Wisconsin, pick a load up, going back to Steinbach. So that's it, nice and quiet where we stayed last night. We stayed at, I don't think I told you where we stayed. We went to that petrol truck stop we were planning on going to, and when we got there we found out it's all now paid parking, $15 a night to stay there. So there was another small truck stop just across the road. We went there, the parking was so tight, and the actual truck stop itself, the parking was still there, but the actual truck stop was closed down for renovations, so there was no facilities there at all. So good old Trucker Path, it's an app we use over here for finding truck stops. We found a nice quick trip, and it was only 3 miles away from the drop. So we went to that quick trip, all nice and clean, fairly new place there. Only enough parking for about 20 trucks, I would have thought, but we stayed there. Ross's so-called delivery appointment was at 5:30, so he just left 5-10 minutes after me, left the truck stop. So he was arriving at the customers just after me, but since they weren't even open, we both got put on the loading dock at the same time. So that's it for now. We'll go and get this load on, and we'll be back later. Good morning, Saturday, 6:30 in the morning, and I'm up in Detroit now. So yesterday we got loaded in Spring Green, Wisconsin. Heavy load, and they had no weighbridge there, no scale, so I had to go and scale it, and we got the weights right and got up to Marshall, Michigan last night. So this morning I'll be crossing the border here in Detroit, going across the Ambassador Bridge into Windsor. Should be up in Mississauga for probably about 10:30 my time, 11:30 local time.
Exit right and keep right.
And I already know what I'm doing. I found out yesterday afternoon what I'm doing. I'm switching trailers and heading back down to Iowa for a delivery on Monday morning. So quite happy with that. Good miles. After sitting for all that time at home,
Keep right.
I need to keep rolling. Now, by the time I tipped down in Iowa, I'll really need to be heading home or having a reset on the road somewhere. But we'll see. We'll have a workout when I get down there. How many hours I've got left and work out what the plan would be then.
In 1.5 kilometers, keep right, then keep left.
Fairly quiet being a Saturday morning, but the GPS, the sat-nav, is telling me I've got a 10-minute delay at the border. So maybe change of shift has caused
Right,
that delay.
then keep left.
I've seen that happen before, but being a Saturday morning, I wouldn't have expected it to be that busy. So we'll see when we get there. That's the bridge that's almost right in front of us there. Not the one we're going under, but the Ambassador Bridge. You can just see the top of it. Just slightly to your right now there at
Keep
1
left,
o'clock.
then keep right.
So I'm hoping to get back down to Marshall again where I stayed last night. Hoping to get back there for tonight. It might be a bit too much, so if it's too much I'll just go to Dexter in Michigan. If I get to Dexter, that'll leave me about 7 hours to do on Sunday to get down to the nearest truck stop, about half an hour from my drop on Monday. 8 o'clock delivery on Monday,
In
so
700 meters, keep
I don't
right.
have to be right on the doorstep, but I need to be in the vicinity.
Keep right. In 400 meters, turn right.
So this is the duty-free area. Duty-free's over there on the left now, and the last fuel stop before getting into Canada. Always pretty busy in there.
Turn right.
So, up and over the bridge now. I think this is the busiest crossing in border crossing in well, the busiest border crossing between Canada and the United States. It's either this or the Pacific Highway over in BC. I can't remember which one was named the busiest, but it's one of these two.
Continue on route.
We use this one regularly. We use it a lot, unfortunately. They're building a new bridge just over to the right there. It's a long way from being finished, but I'm not sure if that's going to take traffic away from here, if trucks are going to be allowed to use it, or what the plan is with it. But I'll definitely take traffic away from here, but whether it's cars or trucks or both, I don't know. So that's us, guys. We're coming down to the border crossing now. I really don't know where the sat-nav was getting a 10-minute delay, because I don't see any queue in front of me at all, so highly unlikely. Officially in Canada now, in Windsor, but still got customs to do. Load's all cleared, so it shouldn't take long, and I'll be back later. 10 to 1 Saturday afternoon now, and I'm still in Ontario here, but well on my way down to the border again to cross at Windsor, Detroit, where I crossed this morning. Got a lovely light load on again today. Unfortunately, it's really windy, so struggling a little bit. This is for delivery Monday morning in Burlington, Iowa. So we'll actually be down there. I hope to be down there mid-afternoon tomorrow. I'll be back in Marshall tonight. I should make that, looking at the time I've got left, as long as there's not too much of a queue at the border, and I don't see that being a problem on a Saturday. And get back to Marshall tonight. Leave me about, I think it's only about 6.5 hours tomorrow then. So working out perfect. Wasn't long in the yard switching trailers. Had to move a trailer because mine was blocked in, but at least it was just the one I had to move. Some of them are going to have to shift 3 or 4 trailers, looking at the way they were dropped. So, need to stop for a half-hour break before I cross the border. I haven't had a break yet today. You don't need one in Canada, but as soon as I cross the border, I'd be in violation, so I need to have a break before I get to the border. So we're going to do that at the next service station. That's only about 15 minutes away now. We'll have half an hour break, and then we'll only be, I think, about 3 hours away from where I'm parking up. So it should be an early finish as well. Loving it. Be back later. What a beautiful morning. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here in Illinois, and I have got 24 degrees Celsius already. It's going to get up to 30 today. So in a matter of 2 weeks, we've gone from winter, 2 weeks of spring, straight into summer. Fantastic. Still going to cool down at night, but they're saying 11 degrees tonight, so not bad at all. I'm only 2.5 hours from my delivery. 2 hours from where I'm planning on parking up today. I did get back to Marshall, Michigan last night, and tonight we're still going to be in Illinois tonight, but right close to the state line, ready for my 8 o'clock in the morning delivery. So 10.5 to the gallon for this trip, round trip so far. Had a light load coming down, as you know, and this is a light load with the heavy full maximum weight load in between. Need to have a look at my hours after as well, see how many hours I'm going to have left when I get there. I'm thinking probably about 25 hours left. And I don't get hours back till Thursday in America. So 25 hours for Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Yeah, probably be better taking a reset. Depends where I'm going. If I'm going home, I'll probably make it home with them hours. But we'll have a workout of that later when we park up. We'll certainly be early enough. It'll be about 12:15 at the latest. And that's me done for the day. So, a couple of things I want to do when I get parked up though. Going to give the truck a bit of a lube, bit of a grease, and have a good look round it while we've got the hood and everything up. So, be back later. It's now 5:30 Monday evening, and I've had a massive day, really good day. Delivered this morning, which took maybe half an hour maximum. 2.5 hours, well, almost 3 hours to my reload, which took another half hour. So as a result, I'm back up in Minnesota. I'm going to Rothsay tonight, which will leave me about 4.25 hours to get back to the yard tomorrow morning. So we're going to be back in the yard mid-morning, and I'm then taking the truck back up to Winnipeg again, up to Beaver. The air compressor's constantly cycling all the time. It's dumping air about, and I've no air leaks, but it's dumping air about every 40 seconds or so. So we're going to take it back up to Winnipeg, leave it with them. It's booked in for Wednesday morning, so they can have a look at it. I'll get it up there tomorrow early afternoon, and they can have a look at it whenever they can. So it could be a few things from what I've been reading online, but they did replace the oil pressure pipe going to the compressor. So I don't know if they've done something while they've been replacing it, or if this is a different problem. But we'll get it up to them tomorrow. I'm going to take Wednesday and Thursday off and leave again Friday morning. So that's what we're up to right now. We're only 25 minutes away from Rothsay. Gonna stop there, get a shower. Good restaurant in Rothsay, so we'll have something to eat in the restaurant tonight. One of the few decent truck stops still left around. And to be honest, I don't get to stay here often enough. But tonight we will, and see what offerings they've got for eating tonight. That's truck stop on the right there is the Big Chief. That's where they do the bison burgers, which are pretty good actually. That's not bad food in there either, the Big Chief. But I prefer Rothsay. So that's it. We'll be back home tomorrow and hopefully leave again on Friday. So until tomorrow, it's good night. See you later. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning, 8:30 and I'm back in Manitoba. This is me just coming into Morris. Only about 45 minutes from the yard now. So like I said yesterday, we're going back to the yard, drop this trailer, and then we're going bobtail up to Winnipeg, take the truck back to Beaver. Have a look at this problem with the air compressor or whatever's causing the air compressor to keep cycling. So not a bad trip though. Left on Wednesday. Left on Wednesday. Back Tuesday morning. It was Wednesday afternoon before I left. Back Tuesday morning. And it'll be 3,200 miles. So not bad in a week. I will now have a couple of days off. Hopefully the truck's okay. And ready to go for Friday. That's my hope anyway. That's the Manitoba Stampede grounds just there on the right. There's a big rodeo and a fair and everything there every year. It's quite a good day out. It's not bad. Been there a couple of times. This is a school zone speed limit here, and rightly so. The police are often sitting here though in the morning, waiting to catch people.
Continue on route.
So that's going to be it from me. As I say, we'll be back in the yard very soon. So we're going to end this this video here. Thanks for joining me. And don't forget, please like and subscribe. It helps get the videos out there to others that might be interested. And as always, take care. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheerio for now.